Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our May Zazenkai. We made it here. We're on the backup system today, but so far it looks like it's working well. Hopefully it will carry us through the rest of the day. I've been spending the last few days trying to finalize our travels through the U.S. in late July and early August, and going to see Daizan, I hope, while you're there. Hello. Always want to see Niagara Falls. And be down as far as Tampa to see Risho. We'll be in Massachusetts and Maine to see Eugen and Risho, we'll be in Rhode Island. We'll be in various places. Hope to see many of you out there. Dosho, good to see you. We'll be seeing Dosho in Rochester. We'll be in Washington, of course, for Taigu's retreat, his one-week retreat. I urge everyone, if you possibly can, if there's any way, it is good to sit with your Sangha for many days, sitting together, all as one, sitting strong and silently for longer than you're usually used to, but it is a good experience to go deep, deep, deep into that which is boundless and into the me, myself, and I. All right? Is everybody here? Our Doan, I think, is ready. So everybody, thumbs up. Are you ready to go? Okay, William, hope to see you too down in Florida. All right. Waiting for the bell.
The heart of the perfection of great wisdom, Sutra. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, awakened one of compassion, paramita, the deep practice of perfect wisdom, perceived the emptiness of all five conditions, and was free of suffering. O Shariputra, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form. Form is precisely emptiness, emptiness precisely form. Sensations, perceptions, formations, and consciousness are also like this. O Shariputra, all things are expressions of emptiness, not born, not destroyed, not stained, not pure, neither waxing nor waning. Thus emptiness is not form, not sensation, nor perception, not formation, nor consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor object of mind, no realm of sight, no realm of consciousness, no ignorance, no end to ignorance, no old age and death, no cessation of old age and death, no suffering, nor cause or end to suffering, no path, no wisdom, and no gain, thus bodhisattvas live this Prajna Paramita with no hindrance of mind, no hindrance, therefore no fear, far beyond all delusion. Nirvana is already here, all past, present, and future Buddhas live this Prajna Paramita and realize supreme and complete enlightenment. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the sacred mantra, the luminous mantra, the supreme mantra, the incomparable mantra, by which all suffering is clear. This is no other than truth. Therefore set forth the Prajna Paramita mantra, set forth this mantra, and proclaim Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasamgate, Bodhisowaka, Hanya Shingyo. The identity of relative and absolute. The mind of the great sage of India is intimately conveyed west and east, while human faculties are both wise or dull. In the way there are no northern or southern ancestors. The subtle source shines clear in the light, the branching streams flow in the dark. To be attached to things is primordial illusion. To encounter the absolute is not yet enlightenment. All spheres, every sense and field, intermingle even as they shine alone, interacting even as they merge, yet keeping their places and expressions of their own. Sights differ primarily in shape and character, and sounds in harsh or soothing tones. The dark makes all words one. The brightness distinguishes good and bad phrases. The four elements return to their true nature as a child turns to its mother. Fire is hot, water is wet, wind moves and the earth is dense. Eye and form, ear and sound, nose and smell, tongue and taste, the sweet and sour, each independent of the other, like leaves that come from the same root. And though leaves and root must go back to the source, both root and leaves have their own uses. Light is also darkness, but do not think of it as darkness. Darkness is light. Do not see it as light. Light and darkness are not one, not two, like the foot before and the foot behind in walking. Each thing has its own being, which is not different from its place and function. The relative fits the absolute as a box in its lid. The absolute meets the relative like two arrow points that touch in midair. Hearing this, simply perceive what is. Make no criterion. If you do not see the way, you do not see it even as you walk upon it. Walking forward in the way, you draw no nearer, progress no farther. One who fails to see this truth is mountains and rivers away. Listen, those who would perceive this subtle matter. Live well your time by night and day. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now, in reciting the heart of the perfection of Great Wisdom Sutra and the identity of relative and absolute. We dedicate our sincere efforts to Shakyamuni Buddha, the Honored One, the historical Buddha and teacher, and to those ancestral teachers, Eihei Dogen Honored One, Soji Keizan Honored One, all successive Honored Ones up until Rempo Niwa Honored One and Gudo Wafu Honored One, and to all other Honored Ones throughout history, male and female Honored Ones, whose names have been forgotten or left unsaid. We also dedicate these efforts to the three treasures, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to all awakened ones and teachers in all places and times. We especially seek tranquility and well-being for all creatures, now suffering ill and health. May they be serene through all their ills. May their lives be at peace and wisdom pervade the darkness of ignorance. We dedicate our hopes and aspirations to all victims of war and violence and natural events, to the injured and to all families touched by these tragedies, to the healing of hatred in all countries and among all peoples, to the wisdom and compassion of our world leaders, to the peace of the world and harmony of all beings. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Prajna Paramita.
Zazen? Get him? Zazen? we will have a long kinhin. We will now have a little talk, followed by Zazen. All right. Let's see. Everybody hear and see okay? Very good. All right. Would Ardoan recite the verse to open the sutras?
The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered but rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain this. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning. The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered yet rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain this. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning. The Dharma, incomparably profound and infinitely subtle, is always encountered yet rarely perceived. Now we see, hear, receive, and maintain this. May we all realize the Tathagata's true meaning.
Well, hi, everybody. This is the person of no rank speaking to the person of no rank. That's our subject today, and our object, the person of no rank. It's one of those Zen little phrases that sounds so mysterious. Where is this person of no rank? Where do we find her? Where do we look? How do we look? And the point of our talk today is that you've been seeing the person of no rank all along, and the person of no rank has been seeing all along. The person of no rank is always seeing the person of no rank. It's one of those mysterious little strange phrases. Where is this person? Master Rinzai wants us to know that she is always here. Master Thich Nhat Hanh wants us to know that he is always living your life. You know, the mystery is only a mystery because you can't see. It's like the verse we just chanted to open the sutras. The Dharma, incomparably profound, is always present but rarely perceived. And so with this person of no rank. Now, until recently, the phrase usually in English was the man of no rank. And recently there's been a change there because, well, it's a little sexist to say the man of no rank. But truly, this person of no rank is beyond male and female. And not only that, right through male and female. When the person of no rank is a man, totally a man. When the person of no rank is a woman, totally a woman. When the person of no rank is a mountain or the stars or the dance of emptiness, just that. The person of no rank is always seen. The person of no rank is always seeing. Master Thich Nhat Hanh later brings this very mysterious concept down to earth, to our daily life. We'll be looking at that in a moment. But really, if you listen to what Master Rinzai said so many centuries ago, he was just speaking of this practical life in front of us. This is case 38 from the Book of Equanimity. It happens to be the case, too, that we're reading in our No Words book club. It's Rinzai's True Person. Rinzai instructed his assembly and said, "There is one true person of no rank, always coming out, always going in." It sounds like there's some kind of ghost or spirit leaping in your eyes, coming out your ears, jumping in your mouth, coming out your fingers. Ugh! I feel like I need an exorcist. Ugh! What is this person of no rank that's always jumping in and out of my eyes? But Master Rinzai's meaning is a little bit different. There is no in and out, yet he comes in and is seen, sensed, perceived as we chant in the Heart Sutra. And he goes out again in how we speak, how we act. This is the person of no rank. The person of no rank is inside and outside, coming in your eyes, coming out in your hands and how they move, in your speech and how they act, in how you speak, in your actions, in your karma. There was some question this week about the Yogacara, which is this very beautiful school of Buddhist psychology. Also, when we chant the Heart Sutra, and it talks about no eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, it's the same. There's this idea that our world, in Western psychology, I'm listening to this series of lectures on Western psychology and Buddhism now. By the way, I'll have a comment about that. I'm not such a fan of those lectures just because they seem to be, well, that's another subject. But they emphasize how this world, our experience of this world, is not like Western psychology necessarily sees it as this. There's you inside, maybe in your brain and your senses, and there's the world outside. And they're kind of two separate things. Oh, of course, there's interaction. You perceive the world, you process it in your brain, you put judgments on it, and you say, oh, that's a friendly face, that's an angry face, that's someone I love, that's something I hate, that's something I'm afraid of, yes. And then you act on that out, maybe with friendship, maybe with fear, maybe with anger, and there's this interaction of the two. Well, Buddhist psychology often said that the mind truly is the in and the out functioning as one great thing. In order to see the mountain, you need the mountain out there, but you also have your inner perception of the mountain, your inner judgment that the mountain is beautiful. We tend to separate that into separate things. The Yogacara school, most of Buddhism said, really mind is not just what's in here. Mind is outside flowing in, inside flowing out, is one great thing. You cannot have a you without the world. You cannot have the world, in a sense, without you to perceive it, to judge it, to love it, to fear some of it. This whole great one thing is the person of no rank, is what in Buddhism we sometimes call mind. Maybe our practice of Buddhism is largely to realize the wholeness of it all. So Master Rinzai says, this person of No rank is always coming out and going in through the gates of your face. The sense organs such as the eyes, nose, ears, tongue, the sense of touch too. Beginners who have not yet witnessed that, look, look. Then a monk came out and asked, what is the one true person of no rank? Where do I find him? How do I look? Rinzai descended from the rostrum and grabbed him and said, you fool, you fool, what are you not seeing? What are you not seeing? The monk hesitated. Rinzai pushed him away. The true person of no rank. What a shitstick you are. Now that sounds like a big insult. But there's another famous koan by Yumen, where Yumen reminded us that even Buddha is a shitstick. Shitstick was what they used to use in the latrines back in the old days to what we would call paper, toilet paper now. Sometimes when Zen masters give an insult, sometimes they mean it as an insult, sometimes they actually mean it as a compliment. This is a little bit of both. You, pardon my French, worthless piece of, you don't even get it. And even a worthless piece of crap is Buddha, is the person of no rank. Who judges what is worthless? Who judges what is sacred? Who judges what is holy? Who judges what is profane? Who judges that Buddha is up there and the crap and the shit stick is down here? But you, when you see with wholeness, it is all holy. The Rinzai was saying to the young priest, the person of no rank has been looking at the person of no rank all along. Rinzai continues, followers of the way, mind is without form and pervades the 10 directions. Everywhere, everywhere, the 10 directions. In the eye it is called seeing, in the ear it is called hearing, in the nose it smells odors, in the mouth it holds conversation, in the hands it grasps and seizes, in the feet it runs and carries. It can also punch with anger, it can also slap, it can also embrace with love. Fundamentally, it is one pure radiance. Divided, it becomes harmoniously united spheres of sense. Notice he says, divided, it becomes harmonious. We usually think, and most of us go through life, with a divided image of the world. There's the eye and what I see, some of which I love, some of which I hate. There's the nose and what I smell, some of which like a flower, some of which like trash. There is the hand that grasps with love, the hand that grasps with anger. But when the mind truly knows this one pure radiance, all the division somehow comes together in wholeness and harmony. The division itself becomes harmoniously united spheres of sense. Since the mind is non-existent, wherever you go, you are free. Again, this saying, mind is non-existent in Buddhism tends to have a special meaning of non-existent. In a sense, it means it's something so whole everywhere. Oh, this is really bad of me too. Something could be so all-pervasive that you don't even speak of it as being possibly not there and non-existent. The mind is so all-encompassing, this view. Now remember, mind, of the in is the out is the in, and it is from the furthest star. It is to the Big Bang. It is to all the air we breathe. It is through what happens in this universe, and universes are all this great wholeness, so whole that we can't even say that it could not be there. Therefore, let's just say this. When he says the mind is non-existence, the person of no rank is non-existent, he means anything but that it's not there. It's so here and there and everywhere, there cannot be anything else. Bodhidharma, in a famous koan, told his student, "Show me your mind and I will bring you peace." And the student said, "I cannot find it. Where is it?" And Bodhidharma said, "There, right? You see, I've calmed your mind. It's not something you can run after and find, because it's, how do you find something that's always here? How does your eye see your eye? Wherever you go, you are free." Now, we come to Master Thich Nhat Hanh, who offers an interpretation of this. It kind of brings us into our modern life. It sounds like Master Rinzai is speaking of something very woo-woo and wow, cosmic. You're going to find your person of no rank, your original self, who you were before your father and mother were born. Well, yes, we are. But don't think this doesn't have to do with practical living. It does. By the way, you may wonder why, I'm a Soto priest. I'm talking about Master Rinzai and Thich Nhat Hanh. Isn't that the competition? Shouldn't I be talking about Dogen? Well, there is no competition. We always say this, Rinzai was teaching Zen. Thich Nhat Hanh is teaching Zen. There's only one flavor of Zen. What you have is different ways to present it. Sometimes the Rinzai folks, as I often say, they sit Zazen a certain way. What are they attaining through their sitting of Zazen that way? The person of no rank. We sit Shikantaza. What are we attaining, or non-attaining, I should say, for both of us in sitting Shikantaza? The person of no rank. What are we realizing if you're Thich Nhat Hanh's, with practicing with Thich Nhat Hanh or practicing with Rinzai way or Soto way? Mind. This mind that's non-existent, ever-existent, always existence, beyond existence or non-existence. Hamlet said, to be or not to be. This is something beyond to be or not to be. That's really the great play. All right? Let's read Master Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm going to start the second paragraph of what I printed here. According to Master Linji, that's the Chinese way to pronounce Rinzai. The Japanese way is Rinzai. According to Master Linji, the businessless person is someone who doesn't run after enlightenment or grasp at anything, even if that thing is the Buddha. Master Thich Nhat Hanh came up with a wonderful way here to express the person of no rank. He says the businessless person. Sounds like the opposite of the busy business person, huh? One of the reasons I think I sometimes, especially on these long sittings, I have difficulty getting people to sit here with me is people have things to do, that are much more important. Who wants to waste 4 hours of their Saturday sitting doing nothing? They have places to go, people to see, got to get out even the fishing rod to go out in the lake and do nothing. But my point is, one of the reasons we sit here is, if you're always spending your time running to this, running to that, and you truly do not know how to sit and be still, can you truly experience the wholeness, the beauty, the just be there-ness, the businesslessness of all the things you have to do? We take this time now because it makes all that we do in the rest of the week into one great whole. The person who does not know how to sit still, even for 5 minutes, cannot appreciate the treasure so much, even if it's put right in their hand. The person who knows how to truly, truly, truly sit still knows how to appreciate the beauty and wholeness of this life, whether moving or still, sunny days or rainy days, happy days or sad, sick or healthy, life or death. All from sitting still. Are we wasting our time sitting here? What time is there to waste? And what time can be wasted? I'm going to begin again with Master Thich Nhat Hanh. According to Master Linji, the businessless person is someone who doesn't run after enlightenment or grasp at anything, even if that thing is the Buddha. This person has simply stopped. She is no longer caught by anything, even theories or teachings. The businessless person is the true person inside each one of us. And as I said, the true person that's inside each one of us, beyond inside or outside. This is the essential teaching of Master Linji. When we learn to stop and be truly alive in the present moment, we are in touch with what's going on within and around us. It's all this one great thing. What's going on within us and around us is not two. We aren't carried away by the past, the future, or thinking about ideas, emotions, and projects. Often we think that our ideas about things are the reality of that thing. Our notion of the Buddha may just be an idea and may be far from reality. Buddha is not a reality that exists outside us, but is our own true nature. The Buddha outside ourselves was a human being who was born, lived, and died, just like us. For us to seek such a Buddha would be to seek a shadow, a ghost. Buddha, at some point our idea of Buddha would become an obstacle for us. Like many great teachers, we'll see later, Master Thich Nhat Hanh is not one-sided about what he's saying. He's saying we have to learn to not be carried away by the past, by the future, by our thinking, ideas, emotions, and projects. We need to be free of that. We need to experience a just way of just sitting that is beyond past, future, even present. As I was just saying, it's so present. It's just so present we don't even have to put a name on it as the present. It's everything, and we just sit in this. It's timeless, beyond past, future, or present. That's how present it is. And he says, be beyond thinking, ideas, emotions, and projects. When we sit, we drop our projects. We drop our thoughts of the laundry we have to do, what happened yesterday at the office. We just sit, beyond thinking, beyond emotions, beyond judgments. But yet he'll say, remind us later, oh, you can still have projects, emotions, judgments. It's not an either-or proposition. This is what you hear coming out of my mouth around here at Tree Leaf almost every day. It's not an either-or proposition. It's both harmoniously as one great whole, not two. There's a past, last Tuesday. There's a future, next August. Yet, there's something timeless, just present beyond present that we experience just sitting. They are not two. Our practice is to realize all of this is not two. Okay, I'm going to drop down to, I'm going to skip one paragraph. Insight can't be found in sutras, commentaries, verbal expression, or isms. Liberation and awakening, understanding, can't be found by devoting ourselves to the study of Buddhist scriptures. That doesn't mean Buddhist scriptures are worthless. That doesn't mean don't chase after them. Don't need the next shiny thing as if the next page of the book is going to provide an answer. The answer has always been in you. The answer has always been outside you. The answer has always been the person of no rank. It's not found on the pages of a book, though it's there too, if you know how to look. It's not an either-or proposition. I was saying that my friend the other day knows how to sew blue jeans. He finds his Buddha in his blue jeans, sewing, just like we sew araksu. It's a sacred thing to them. He knows how to be so present with the sewing of his blue jeans that I would call them Buddhist blue jeans. It's his sacred raksu as we sew. We learn from the scriptures guide us, they're important. Like the Yogacara, like I'm reading right now many of the old suttas from the South Asian tradition. They're a little different, but they're all helpful if we are not their prisoner and learn to see them and, most importantly, experience what they are pointing to right on the cushion. This is like trying to find fresh water in dry bones. Returning to the present moment Using our clear mind as exists right here and now, we can be in touch with liberation and enlightenment, as well as with the Buddha and the patriarchs as living realities right in this moment. When you sit a moment of Zazen, it's a moment of Buddha and the patriarchs living your life, doing laundry, making the toast, going to the office. It's the Buddha and the ancestors getting on the bus and going to the office, changing the baby's diaper. You didn't know Master Hakuin was a great baby diaper changer. You didn't know the Buddha was a great guy who takes out the garbage to meet the trash truck on Tuesdays. But that is who it is. This is the person of no rank. The person of no rank is not some cosmic woo-woo. The person of no rank is the guy who takes the car to the garage to get the oil changed. The person who has nothing to do is sovereign unto himself. The true king is not the person who's a prisoner needing to run after this, the person who needs to run after that. The true king or sovereign is the person who knows how to do all the things that need to get done and at the same time non-doing. The person who knows how to be in the noise and all the chaos of the grand catastrophe of life and knows non-division, wholeness and harmony. She doesn't need to put on airs or leave any trace behind. The true person is an active participant. You see, it's not about sitting still and being passive. It's about living. She is engaged in her environment while remaining unoppressed by it. Oh, such a lovely phrase. She's engaged in her environment, doing what needs to be done, yet unoppressed by it. Although all phenomena are going through the various appearances of birth, abiding, changing, and dying, the true person doesn't become a victim of sadness, though she may sometimes be sad. She's not a victim of happiness, love, or hate, though she might sometimes feel those things. We try to, when we feel the hate though, we try to let that go because it blocks our way of seeing. The person of no rank gets angry too, does violence, but that blocks the person of no rank from seeing and experiencing the person of no rank. That's why that is one that even though it is the person of no rank who is filled with hate, that blinds the person of no rank. The no rank person cannot then see the person of no rank. To drop the hate, to know peace, love, compassion, that allows the person of no rank to see clearly the person of no rank here all along. She lives in awareness as an ordinary person, whether standing, walking, lying down, or sitting, yet we sit each day in order to realize this. It's hard to realize this if you don't know how to sit still for 10, 20 minutes. She doesn't act a part, even the part of a great Zen master. This is what Master Linji means by being sovereign wherever you are and using that place as your seat of awakening. Every moment is an opportunity for practice, we say. Every moment is an opportunity for realization. Even in the grocery store, getting the bread, opportunity for realization. Even getting a flat tire. As beautiful as the sound the man heard the stone hit the bamboo and he had a moment of awakening. If you do this practice right, you should have such moments of awakening countless times each day. Countless times each day. Not only hearing the bamboo, but hearing the cat sneeze. Not only seeing some beautiful Grand Canyon view, but watching an infomercial at 2:30 in the morning for an electric back scratcher. Whatever it is, it can set it off and you realize, it's just this. It's the person of no rank selling electric back scratchers to other persons of no rank at 2:30 in the morning. All right, last paragraph. We may wonder if a person has no direction, isn't yearning to realize an ideal, doesn't have an aim in life, then who will help living beings be liberated? Who will rescue those who are drowning in the ocean of suffering? A Buddha is a person who has no more business to do and isn't looking for anything. In doing nothing, in simply stopping, we can live freely and true to ourselves, and our liberation will contribute to the liberation of all beings. It's from his book, Nothing to Do. nowhere to go. Yes, that's the paradox, isn't it? The beautiful, beautiful paradox. There's no one in need of seeing from the first. There's no separate individual in need of saving. Yet people are blind to that, and thus we try to show them the way and help them. There are no separate individuals in need of saving, rescuing, but we try to show them that so that they're rescued. We chant, beings are numberless. Numberless means that not only endless beings, but beyond number. And we vow to save them. There are things to do. There is nothing to do. There are places to go today. There is nowhere in need of going. Shall we take some questions? Somebody. Just turn your mic on. I can't see. I think it's Dosho.
I'll ask my question. You were just talking about paradoxes. It's funny that Master Rinzai tells them that they should see the person that's right in front of them, but he's the one who told them to look for it. So
yes,
why did he tell them to look for it in the first place if the idea is to only see what's right here in front of us?
In our Zen way, the paradox is not a paragraph. One looks by realizing that one has been seeing all along, and is the seer is all along. That's how one looks. One finds. How does one find the nose on one's face? Here's another koan, famous one, Master Shakyo and Master Sado. I think you know this. He asks, Master Shakyo asks his students, Sado, do you know how to comprehend universal emptiness? Same as the person of no rank. And Sado says, of course I do. And Shakyo says, how? And Sado starts making some motion like grabbing emptiness in the air. And Shakyo goes and grabs his nose, gives it a yank. Ow, why did you do that? Where were you looking? Anyone else? One more. Michael, I'm going to volunteer you.
I'm not sure if I have a question there. That's what I was kind of wondering, because the thing that popped into...
Stop right there.
Oh.
Congratulations on finding the person of no rank. All right. Well, Dosho, would you recite the verse to close the sutras?
May the merits of these teachings penetrate into each thing in all places, so that we and every sentient being together may realize the Buddha way. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, Maha Rajna Paramita.
Let's sit for a few moments. Kin him? Zazen? Get hit. We will now recite the meta verses, followed by Zazen. Okay. We will now recite the meta verses, one of our recommended daily practices at Tree Leaf. Sometimes I feel I don't talk about it often enough as a daily practice. Maybe I should do that more. It's a lovely practice from South Asian Buddhism that has become more widely practiced in many Zen groups, all kinds of Buddhist groups, because it just wishes the gifts of our practice to all the sentient beings. So it's perfectly compatible, it's perfectly one and the same as our Bodhisattva vow. Some people say, Jundo, you're not the superstitious type. Do you really think this is really having some effect to wish all these things for people? And I say, sure, you don't even have to believe in a lot of hocus pocus to see the effect that we have in the world. If you smile, doesn't it have effect on the people around you, both the people you know and strangers? If you do an act of kindness, doesn't it tend to roll on? If you wish truly well for other people, doesn't it somehow, don't you think it's somehow felt by the other person, and doesn't it help them in some way? Just think of if I wish evil for a person, especially if I act upon that or are kind of plotting behind their back. Doesn't it harm the other person? Well, doing the opposite of that, wishing them well, doesn't it have some lovely effect? So we wish these things for both our friends and those people who, we don't say enemies, but are difficult, believing that if they all had the fruits of Buddhist practice, the fruits of wisdom and compassion that are here, what a beautiful world this would be, eh? And even the people who are suffering with loss, with anger, with various types of confusion, if they knew a bit of the peace and acceptance today, wouldn't it be wonderful for them? I have a friend who's ill, and he's very unhappy about it. I cannot take away his illness, but I wish I could let him find the peace and ease of his condition right now. And of course, I wish I could also take away his sickness, but I can take away or help him take away, I hope, a bit of the suffering that goes along with it. Anyway, enough talking. We start with ourself. Nothing wrong with wishing these things on ourselves. That's where it starts. Then someone we love, a member of our family. Then a friend. Then someone we barely know, maybe a passing stranger. Then a difficult person, maybe someone in the news or someone in your life who really rubs you the wrong way or really seems to be doing some harmful things in the world. And then all sentient beings. We are all the person of no rank, you see. Some of us, because we do not feel this, we do and are distracted by our greed, anger, and ignorance, we just don't realize that. This helps us realize that. All right? May I be free of suffering. May I feel safe and still. May I be free of enmity. May I be loving, grateful, and kind. May I be healthy and at ease in all my ills. May I be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay? Someone we love, perhaps someone who could really use a bit of this today. You have someone in mind? I've got somebody. May he be free of suffering. May he feel safe and still. May he be free of enmity. May he be loving, grateful, and kind. May he be healthy and at ease in all his ills. May he be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay. Now a friend, let's see. May he be free of suffering. May he feel safe and still. May he be free of enmity. May he be loving, grateful, and kind. May he be healthy and at ease in all his ills. May he be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Okay, now passing stranger, someone you barely know. May she be free of suffering. May she feel safe and still. May she be free of enmity. May she be loving, grateful, and kind. May she be healthy and at ease in all her ills. May she be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. And now, for someone or something difficult in this world, I'm going to tell you, in my case today, it's been in the news here, especially in Japan, that ferry boat that sank and all those families that suffered so, losing their children. Also the captain and crew who seem to have made some choices where, who knows what we would all do if we were in that position. But now they're becoming the objects of people's scorn and derision for having fled the scene, for making mistakes. For even the owner of that boat, who seems to have, for some greed, overloaded the boat that caused the sinking in some way. Anyway, I'm going to just gather all of these people together in the following chant. May they be free of suffering. May they feel safe and still. May they be free of enmity. May they be loving, grateful, and kind. May they be healthy and at ease in all their ills. May they be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. So hard when so many children are involved. Now we will chant for all the sentient beings everywhere. All the sentient beings everywhere. Just the person of no rank. May we be free of suffering. May we feel safe and still. May we be free of enmity. May we be loving, grateful, and kind. May we be healthy and at ease in all our ills. May we be at peace, embracing all conditions of life. Well, everything is Zazen, but only sitting Zazen is Zazen, because it helps us realize by only sitting Zazen that all things are Zazen. Let me say that again. All things are Zazen, but to help us realize that all things are Zazen, we sit Zazen, because only Zazen is Zazen. And by sitting Zazen, which is the only sitting that can be sat of Zazen, we realize that all things are Zazen, the person of the rank. Okay, that's it. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the four vows.
All harmful words, thoughts, and acts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
All right. Well, let me let the person of no rank introduce himself.
Hello, everyone.
Hi guys.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
All right. Well, person of no rank, I hope you spend a lovely, lovely weekend with your person of no rank, and be kind to all the person of no rank that you encounter as we walk together, person of no rank. And So I will wish you, a person of no rank, farewell. Farewell, person of no rank. See you guys. Bye.